President Cyril Ramaphosa has launched the Women's Economic Assembly that's aimed at preferential procurement for women-owned businesses. The assembly is formed by a partnership between government, the private sector, women organizations and businesswomen. The assembly aims to activate, coordinate and monitor government and private sector actions towards preferential procurement for women. eNCA's Rhofhiwa Madzena has more on the story for us. Rhofhiwa, thanks for making time. So what is this going to be about? How is it practically going to make things different for women-owned businesses?
Very good question, Clement. I must just say it was the inaugural Women Economic Assembly that came together today, bringing women from across the continent, business leaders who are women, to come and talk about the issues that exist in South Africa's economy when it comes to opening up the economy for women. President Cyril Ramaphosa gave the opening address today, and he indicated that there needs to be a conducive environment created for women operating in industries like the steel industry, the automotive industry, which are still largely dominated by men. Another important thing, he said, we need to close that unemployment gap. Currently in South Africa, women make up the majority, but they also make up the majority of people who are unemployed after the youth. So currently about 34% of women are unemployed and are unable to get funding, unable to access the market. And these are some of the pillars that the president addressed. And he said it mustn't just be another talk shop. There needs to be active policies that are established to change the playing ground for women. So let's hear from the president in terms of those pillars that government need to work on when it comes to providing those opportunities for women in business.
Now, we should create that ecosystem so that it becomes the order of things, so that women are able, yes, to have easier access to everything, markets, funding, assistance to run their businesses, and regulatory processes and all that. Thirdly, we must increase the employment of women and youth with set targets. We need to set the targets. There are still companies where it's an all-male club, and that now has to change. There are women now.
Rhofhiwa, he's also reflected on the challenges women face in corporate South Africa.
Yes, Clement, it's not necessarily about women establishing their own businesses. Some who are unable to are looking to climb up the corporate ladder. The president indicating, again, something that we've known for quite some time, Clement, that it's very difficult for a woman to own or have a managerial position when she enters corporate South Africa. So there was a call from business leaders, especially men, those who are established in corporate South Africa, to open up the doors for women. He says that South Africa's economy has got so much more potential if we give those opportunities to women. Currently, that's something that we're not doing, and the president, in the dialogue that he's having, still ongoing with those women, saying that there is a commitment from government and other stakeholders to create that conducive environment for women, also protecting them for things like sexual harassment in the workplace, closing the gender pay gap, the glass ceiling issues that we have. So there's a lot to go through, Clement, and I can tell you that it's not going to be one assembly or one conference that's going to solve these problems. The conversations have just started, and it's going to take a long time, perhaps beyond our generation, before we can see some actual change.